I've read over 70 plus self-help books over the last few years, yeah? And honestly, I think most of them, I can't even tell you what they were about now. I'd finish the last page, feel motivated for a day or two, then move on to the next one. But there are a few books that never faded. A few that didn't just inspire me, they shifted something inside me. They helped me see things I couldn't unsee, like how I think about money or how I take care of myself, how I define happiness, how I show up in relationships. And today, I want to share the most inspiring ones. Not because I think they'll fix everything for you, but because they've helped me change the way I live, yeah? And maybe they'll do the same for you. When I zoom out and think about what really brings me fulfillment, it comes down to 4 things, yeah? Wealth, health, happiness, and relationships. That's the structure that I've been building my whole 33 years around. It's not perfect, it's not final, but it's honest, yeah? And in each of those areas, a few books have made me pause, reevaluate, do something differently. So this isn't a book review video. It's not even a top 10 list. This is about what stuck, what actually changed the way I move through life. Let's dive into the first section. So for a long time, I thought wealth was about having money, a number in the bank, a fancy job title. But these books helped me realize that wealth, true wealth, is freedom. Freedom to choose how you spend your time, freedom to say no, freedom to build, rest, grow on your own terms, yeah? And the millionaire fast lane really shook me. It showed me how broken the whole get rich slow narrative actually is, you know? The idea that you work for 40 years, save aggressively, retire at 65, and only then start living, that just didn't sit right with me. Then I read the Almanac of Naval Ravikant, yeah? And there was this concept that stuck with me. Earn with your mind, not your time. That was the moment I realized I'd been thinking too small, that I was trading my time for money, but not building anything that could work without me. You get? That's when things started to shift, yeah? I started looking at income a bit differently. Started thinking in terms of leverage, started asking myself, how can I build something once that continues to serve others, even if I'm not working on it, yeah? And that sent me down a whole set of experiments, some of which I'm doing even today, like this channel, yeah? This is an experiment as well. So if you want to build wealth, don't just chase money, chase freedom, build leverage, and buy back your time. Happiness used to feel so far out of reach, like something I'd reach after I hit all my goals, yeah? After I got the money, the freedom, the results. But what I've come to realize is that happiness isn't found, it's built. I learned that from The Happy Sexy Millionaire by Stephen Bartlett. He talks about how most of us chase success thinking it will make us happy. But if you're not aligned with who you are, it won't matter how much money or status you stack, you'll still feel empty. Yeah, and I felt that. Moments where everything looked good on the outside, but inside there was this sense of hollowness, you know. Then I read The Alchemist, yeah, and it reminded me how important it is to pursue something that matters to you, even if it doesn't make sense to everyone else. You owe it to yourself to give it everything you've got. Then Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl, that one grounded me. It taught me that even in suffering, no matter what life throws at us, the only thing we can choose to control is how we react, yeah? But the biggest takeaway from all this is that happiness isn't some magical destination. It's a byproduct of living in alignment with what matters to you. So for the last decade, I've battled with reaching health like some sort of side quest, you know? Something I'd get around to when life slowed down. You see, our life has this way of always happening to us if we let it. And it's hard to make time for the stuff that actually matters. But the truth is, nothing works without our health, right? Not the business, not the freedom, not the relationships. And Atomic Habits by James Clear taught me something simple, that the real change doesn't come from one big transformation. It comes from small, consistent action, meaning like 1% improvements, yeah? Tiny shifts that compound over time. That helped me stop chasing perfection and start showing up, yeah? Whether it's just wearing my workout clothes and moving for just like 30 minutes, or cooking a meal instead of ordering in, or reading for just about 15 minutes a day. And when it comes to mental health, Lost Connections by Johann Hari hit me really, really deep. Yeah, it helped me reframe everything. Made me see that sometimes we are not broken, we're just disconnected. Disconnected from purpose, meaning feeling like you're just going through the motions with no real reason behind any of it. Disconnected from community, meaning feeling like you don't really belong anywhere, even when you're surrounded by people, still feeling alone. Yeah. Disconnected from movement, meaning you spend entire days sitting, scrolling, stuck in your head instead of your body. And disconnected from hope, meaning when the future doesn't excite you anymore, it just feels like more of the same thing every single day. And finally, The Comfort Book by Mark Haig. That one brought it all together with a soft landing. Like a reminder that sometimes it's really, really okay to pause, to breathe, to just give ourselves permission to survive and not thrive all the time, you know. Your mind and your body are your home. Treat them with all the care, even on the days when you don't feel like it, especially on those days, yeah. This last one has been hard for me because I used to think that being loved meant being perfect, and that making mistakes meant that love should be retracted, you know. I thought I always had to show up polished, put together, unaffected. But these books showed me that real connection starts with honesty. Like an emotional education by Alain de Botton told me that emotions aren't weaknesses, they're data. Yeah, they help us understand who we are and what we need. It helped me stop judging myself for feeling things so deeply and start learning from those feelings instead. Then there's Attached, which helped me make sense of the patterns that I kept repeating. The push and pull, the anxiety, the avoidance. It wasn't just personality, it was programming. And finally, the School of Life's Relationships book reminded me that love isn't something that just happens. It's something you practice every single day, something you build, something you show up for again and again. Yeah. You don't need to be perfect to be loved. You just need to be real and open and willing to learn how to give and receive love at the same time. So I've read over 70 self-help books. I'll probably read 70 more. But the ones that changed me, they didn't just give me motivation. They gave me a new way of seeing myself and a new way of living. Books alone won't change your life, but the right idea at just the right time can help you change yourself. And that's where the real power lies. So if this helped you in any way, and you're on your own journey of building your own freedom, stick around, because in the next video, I'll show you how I applied all of these lessons to build the habits that got me out of survival mode. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.